I used to stand in the grocery store completely paralyzed by protein. One fitness influencer would tell me I needed to eat massive amounts of meat every single day to lose fat. The next day, a mainstream health article would warn me that high-protein diets were dangerous. It is easily the most confusing, most debated nutrient on the planet. But when I stepped away from the noise and investigated the actual biology, I found that almost everyone is getting it wrong. The surprising truth is that standard government guidelines are just the bare minimum to prevent a deficiency, not the optimal amount to keep you lean. Meanwhile, the fitness industry wildly overstates how much you actually need. Today, I am going to show you exactly how much protein you really need, why it is the hidden secret to staying lean, and the precise steps to hit that target without overcomplicating your life. The first thing to understand is why protein is so uniquely critical if your goal is to stay lean. We tend to think of protein as just the building block for bodybuilders, completely missing its most vital function for the rest of us. Protein preserves the muscle you already have, and that muscle is the engine that drives your metabolism. I realized the true importance of this reading the work of physician Dr. Gabrielle Lyon in her book, Forever Strong. Lyon explains that we have been looking at health backwards. We obsess over losing fat, when our primary focus should be building and protecting muscle, what she calls the organ of longevity. When you try to lean out by cutting calories without enough protein, your body starts cannibalizing its own muscle for energy. And when you lose muscle, your resting metabolic rate crashes. You burn fewer calories just sitting still, which is exactly why people regain all the weight after a diet. Protein provides the specific amino acids that halt that muscle breakdown. If you want a lean physique that stays metabolically healthy and resists weight gain as you age, prioritizing protein is non-negotiable. It stabilizes blood sugar, keeps you full, and protects your metabolic engine. So, how much protein do you actually need? Standard guidelines suggest around 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight. But that's just to avoid malnutrition, not to truly thrive. To find the optimal amount, I looked at our evolutionary history, detailed by Harvard biologist Dr. Daniel Lieberman. He explores how our highly active hunter-gatherer ancestors evolved to consume protein. Their diet had a much more significant and varied portion of protein than the modern Western diet. They didn't eat extreme bodybuilder levels, but they consistently ate enough to maintain the lean muscle required for survival. Our bodies evolved to thrive on that higher baseline. So while you don't need 250 grams a day, you need more than the bare minimum. The practical action is to aim for a specific, realistic target. A widely supported range for maintaining muscle and losing fat is roughly 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of your ideal body weight. If your goal is 150 pounds, that's 105 to 150 grams a day. And don't try to eat it all at once. Divide it across your meals, aiming for 30 to 40 grams each. That steady supply maximizes your body's ability to use it. Hitting that number matters, but there is a catch the fitness industry often ignores. If you hit your protein target using heavily processed bars and chemical-laden shakes, you can damage your internal health while chasing how you look on the outside. The source and quality of your protein matter just as much as the total grams. I found the reason for this in the research of genetic epidemiology professor Tim Spector in his book, The Diet Myth. Spector breaks down how food directly impacts your gut microbiome, the trillions of bacteria in your digestive tract that influence your immune system and your body weight. His research shows that heavily processed foods and artificial additives decimate these beneficial bacteria. When you eat a processed protein bar full of artificial sweeteners and emulsifiers, you might get 20 grams of protein. But you also trigger inflammation and disrupt your gut, which can actually promote fat storage and insulin resistance. The action step is to stop just chasing the number on the packet. Prioritize whole food protein. Choose eggs, fish, poultry, Greek yogurt, lentils, and beans. Your body thrives on the complex matrix of nutrients naturally packaged with these whole foods. When you bring it all together, staying lean and healthy does not require extreme dieting or choking down protein powder all day. It comes down to a simple, sustainable habit. Calculate your target at roughly 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of your ideal body weight. Build your main meals around a solid 30 to 40 grams of whole food protein. Pair that steady, high-quality intake with a few days of resistance training each week. This combination gives your body the exact signal and the physical building blocks it needs to hold on to metabolism-boosting muscle, while comfortably shedding stored fat. We do not need to fear protein, but we also do not need to make it our entire existence. By understanding what our biology actually requires, we can step away from the confusion and build a resilient, healthy body. If you want to dig deeper into the science behind muscle, evolution, and gut health, I highly recommend reading Forever Strong by Dr. Gabrielle Lyon, Exercise by Dr. Daniel Lieberman, and The Diet Myth by Tim Spector.